Today on Gone Hunting, we're headed to Churchill, Manitoba, and then on to a remote camp to hunt caribou with Weber Lodge. It's a beautiful, rugged country, but the hunting's great, so stick around. And Gone Hunting will be right back. Upon arrival in Churchill, we were met by our expediter and a husband and wife that were going to the same camp we were. We claimed our bags, jumped on the bus, and it was a 10-minute trip to the float plane base. Soon we were on our way to the caribou camp. En route to camp, we spotted a polar bear sow and 2 cubs. This was the first polar bears I'd seen in the wild, and we hope to see more, as Churchill is known as the polar bear capital of the world. After a 90-minute flight on the de Havilland Beaver, we arrived at our home for the next 7 days. We unloaded the plane, met our guides, and staked out our bunks. Then we settled in and prepared our gear for the next day's hunt. We drew straws, and Keith was hunting first, and I was running the camera. We got an early start and headed out across the lake.
Yep.
The good food is good, the mouth is a little bigger.
Yep.
But
How many years have you guided?
this will be my 5th year.
Yeah.
The biggest one's the one all the way to the left, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he was. I think he's in the middle now.
About a 320 bull.
Yeah, about 320.
Yeah.
It's our first day and everything, and if it happens, it does. If it don't, we'll just...
Yeah. 320 bull is nice. Nice for the bull.
Yeah.
For the first day. We'll try for 350 or 360.
Yeah. I guess.
Maybe different ones. Maybe they are the same ones.
Well, they're moving down the lake just like we are.
Yeah, I think there's a funnel actually right at the south end of the lake. We're gonna get into the trees there, and maybe after a couple of, after an hour, they're gonna come through there because they're gonna try to head west, and so they're gonna try to get as close to the lake as possible. There's a nice little narrow spot between a pond and the lake. If we just sit in there, they'll probably, hopefully they'll come through.
Come right through there.
We were hunting late in the season. The weather was changing rapidly, and the wind was blowing incessantly. Keith was going to try to take his first caribou with a bow, a task which would turn out to be much tougher than we thought. We were just a little bit ahead of the next major wave of migration. This situation could change at any time, but over the next couple of days we saw only small groups of caribou. These groups were mostly made up of cows and calves, but occasionally we did spot good bulls, just not in bow range. In fact, often not even in rifle range.
They're just walking. Yeah, I think they're
Well, you see really big wide ones, but they don't have much of anything.
After 2 days, Keith reluctantly hung up his bow and would pick up his rifle for the next day's hunt.
Heartland Hunting in Southeast Iowa offers trophy whitetail hunts and spring turkey hunts. When you're not hunting, you can fish in one of their 3 stocked ponds or just enjoy the beautiful lodge and delicious meals. Plus, your hunt is filmed to enjoy for years to come.
Dickie Muller Hunting Safaris in South Africa. Rifle and bow hunting for dangerous and plains game. Great meals and accommodations. Dickie Muller Hunting Safaris, where all hunts are customized for each hunter.
The Hunting Grounds in Caulfield, Missouri offers world-class trophy whitetail hunts and 5-star accommodations. Also great hunting for elk, red stag, trophy ram, and Russian boar. The Hunting Grounds. Call today and book your dream hunt.
Triple threat tree stand by Frosty Bottom. Therapeutic seat, lumbar support, and thick seat cushion for all-day comfort. Seat swivels 360 degrees. The leveling cam system will mount to any tree. Contact frostybottom.com.
The Dock Key secures your boat to the dock. It's quick, easy, safe, and durable. It works between dock planks or around the post. And it's fast and simple to adjust in and out. The Dock Key. Versatile, fast, secure. Raptor Razor Big Game Skinner cuts your field dressing time in half. It cuts up to 3 inches of hide, is multifunctional, lightweight and strong, and has replaceable blades. The Raptor Razor, the last skinner you'll ever buy.
The Rackbacker. Never drag a deer again. Compact backpack style for easy carry, and it weighs only 14 pounds. Pack in gear, roll out game, and it's easy to load game in your truck. Smart hunters use the Rackbacker.
The wind radar indicates wind direction, and it clamps on anything 1 inch or less, like a shooting rail or a tree branch. The highly visible string makes it easy to see, and it's very lightweight, so it detects even the slightest breeze. The next day broke clear with a brisk wind that was gusting to 30 knots, but it appeared to be a fair wind, as the groups of caribou we were seeing were getting larger and sporting more bulls.
Here.
Around 1 in the afternoon, we stopped for lunch.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's why I always like, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Like hunting with Dave, he always brings something I've never eaten before.
I'm just expanding your horizons, buddy.
I appreciate it.
You know?
Stopping now for lunch. Seen some nice caribou back in the hills there, and hopefully they'll come in closer for a closer look.
Kind of feel like, so you feel like that migration's just kicking in, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday we seen a bunch of them, but
Yep.
back over here a couple hills over, just 200 or 300, isn't it?
Yep. Still a lot of cows and calves, not a lot of real big bulls.
Right.
Often in the migration, the real big bulls will come later on, and so hopefully we get to see some big bulls.
Along with us on this trip was our hunting buddy Dave Fitzgerald, who's joined us on a couple of other hunts. We met Dave a couple of years before on another caribou hunt. After lunch, we struck out for the next ridge line. Lance spotted a group of bulls crossing the ridge, and the race was on. If we could get to the top of the ridge quickly, we could cut them off.
We gotta get the.
It looked like we might make it. We were headed for the same spot as the bulls.
Rangefinder, putting a battery in it.
Dave was the first up the hill, so he got into position to try and fill his tag.
Oh, there's a big one. Probably the one towards the back. He's got real wide tops. You can't, he's dipped down by the, I can just see his tops. He's down.
Nice shot.
That's a nice shot, buddy. Awesome shot. Off the knee.
Looked like
Well, you old turkey hunter, you?
Not bad, huh? Yeah, nice
Just-
formation.
We hadn't seen a lot of caribou, and you said that was a sign because a lot of times right before that major migration shows up, things kind of like the calm before the storm.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
We just weren't seeing anything, and all of a sudden, what did we see?
Boy, we saw 6 nice bulls right off the bat.
You could tell this was definitely the biggest one out of the group.
Yeah, there was no doubt. He has real good palmation,
Yeah.
nice double shovels, nice bez tines, and we just got a nice opportunity to
Awesome
take a nice
shot,
animal.
man. Awesome shot. Really, that was pushing 300 yards at least. And like I said, it looked like old turkey shot, but a few more yards than we take on a turkey.
Just a couple.
And now we got to go get me one.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
While they were caping out Dave's caribou, Dave spotted another group moving through the valley below.
Okay, I see him.
They're moving from the left to the right.
I believe the one on the left is the biggest, don't you?
Yeah, he looks like a real shooter.
Yeah.
He and Keith slipped down the hill
down to the edge of
using
the woods,
clumps of
get a
brush
shot
as
on it.
cover and were quickly within range of these animals. Keith spotted this good bull and decided to take him. This area was so marshy, even the caribou decided to back up and go around it.
Good eyes.
Congratulations.
Oh boy, you see him?
Yeah, he's beautiful.
See him laying down there? I don't know how big he is. He look like he's
Got
he's
some
pretty
nice
close to the same
formation.
one.
Yeah, pretty
How
close
long's
to
it
the one.
been since you shot yours?
Oh, about 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Isn't that something?
That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Let's go on up and check him out, huh?
Okay, let's do it. He actually took 2 caribou in what, 15, 20 minutes?
About 15, 20 minutes, yeah.
And this one here was the biggest of the group. He's not the biggest one I've ever taken by no means, but the hunt was intense.
Yeah. It was a nice stalk we put on him.
We put on a real long stalk, and we had some real neat cover and everything. So, you know, a lot of times you judge the hunt by the stalk and the intensity of it.
You know, we hunted hard all day, saw a lot of animals, didn't have any good shots, and here we are 15 minutes later and 2 bulls down.
Rolla Outfitters is located on a 10,000-acre private ranch in the Texas Panhandle, offering quality hunts from mule deer, whitetail, wild hogs, predators, turkey, dove, and sandhill crane. And your guide, lodging, and meals are always included.
Up before dawn, planning, preparing, you'll be there. You're using new, innovative products year-round to maintain a healthy herd, encourage antler growth, and attract deer. To be sure they'll be there. Hang, place, or pour Ignite products where you want deer to frequent. You know Ignite products last for weeks and pique a deer's senses, keeping them coming back. Made in the USA with precise formulas, the irresistible smell of ripe apples, sweet potato, and nutty white acorn have grown this well-fed herd. Establish a daily feed site with Ignite supplements filled with natural ingredients. Ignite cutting-edge products are packed with nutrition using molasses, protein, calcium, vitamins, minerals, and more to increase antler growth and bone development year-round and consistently attract deer. You've patterned them and watched them eat Ignite nutrition. You know the trail, as well as you know Ignite attractants will bring them in. You play the wind, watch, and wait. Ignite is a key element in your strategy. So you're sure. Ignite the hunt.
MG Products, manufacturers of the Rancho Feeder, fits the 2-inch receiver on trucks and ATVs, or use the ATV bracket. The handheld Bazooka Feeder, feed while you walk, or the Chiquito Feeder, just hang it where you want to feed. Den Tree blinds are maintenance-free and assemble in 5 minutes. They're portable for setup in woods or pastures, and the doors and windows are sealed to control scent, and they're fully carpeted for noise protection. Den Tree, the 5-minute blind. The Rack Packer. Never drag a deer again. Compact backpack style for easy carry, and it weighs only 14 pounds. Pack in gear, roll out game, and it's easy to load game in your truck. Smart hunters use the Rack Packer.
Now it was my turn. We spent the next couple of days hunting around the lake where Keith and Dave took their bulls, but we didn't see anything that approached a trophy. So we decided to hit the hills north of camp on the 3rd morning. Well, as we've hunted the last couple of days around the lake here, and the caribou have been kind of sparse, so when we got in yesterday, Mike and Dave said they'd seen quite a few back here on the back hill. So what's the plan for today?
Well, I think today we're gonna head up north and do some hiking and get back there and see what happens from there.
All right, let's get going.
All right. Setting your GPS is very important back here in the tundra hills. Once you get out far enough, every hill looks the same, so it's very important.
So we're what, about a mile from camp right now?
Yeah, we're about a mile from camp, and we're heading out probably another mile.
Okay.
And that's, I think, where we're going to stay for the rest of the day.
Lance, from the corner of the lake right there, there's a point way out there on the horizon. Is that the one we were that we were on a couple days ago?
Yeah, we had driven the boat around that point, and then we hiked up onto that high hill way out in the horizon there.
How far would you say that is from here?
I'd say it's probably a good 3 miles.
So we've covered some ground in the last few days.
Yeah, we have. We're searching high and low for this migration, and hopefully we find a good stream of caribou this afternoon.
Good deal.
All right.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, I guess we got a little more ground to cover.
Yeah, we got some more walking to do, so get your walking shoes on and away we go.
All right, man, let's go. We spotted a small group over the next ridge and were encouraged that we were seeing movement so quickly. It was just the beginning of what would prove to be a great day.
Quite a few caribou up there.
Any good
Maybe
deal?
maybe 100 or so, maybe
Yeah.
200. There's one nice one in the back. Looked fairly decent. Maybe we should walk a little bit further and see if we can spot him. Yeah, he's
There's a cow passing on the left,
yeah,
right?
he's in the middle, kind of three. He's got a bit of everything. Maybe you should take him. He stopped. Now there's a calf right behind him. Okay. Quick.
This was a great bull, but he was either not clear or at a dead run the whole time he was in view. And I watched him trot over the next ridge without ever getting a clear shot. But my disappointment would be short-lived, as we spotted another group of bulls on a ridge about 1,000 yards out. With no cover between us and them, we got in single file and tried to get a little closer. Well, Lance, we spotted these bulls on this ridge back about, I guess, 1,000 yards back, and we've tried to act like a caribou and walked in a single file. How far do you think we are now?
I'd say we'd be about 500 yards right now.
We've closed half the distance then.
Yeah.
There's that one, the bulls, they don't seem to be paying us much attention. They'll see us and we stop and lay back down and wait till they forget about us. But that cow on the end over there,
Yeah, she spotted us. And now we gotta pretty much lay tight and wait till they forget about us a bit more. And we're gonna try to inch our way slowly towards them. Looks like there's 1 or 2 good bulls in there, and hopefully we can get close enough for a good shot with the rifle.
I got to tell you, the tundra was soaking wet, and I wasn't sure we could get within range, but we decided to give it a try.
No, he's facing the right now.
His head's down and his rack's shaking.
We'd need to crawl 300 yards to make it a 200-yard shot.
There's actually ground between. I can see about 3 inches, 6 inches of his back.
There's a little rise between us and him. Yeah. I mean, I've got him, and I'm pretty comfortable with the shot. Oh, he's a monster. We were almost within 200 yards. Now it was up to the bull to step into the clear and up to me to make the shot.
He's still facing us, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't take him, but he's still facing us.
He might come closer. Would have been nicer if we were on that big rock over there.
Yeah. He looks pretty good.
You got him.
All right.
Nice shot. Wow. Made the stalk worthwhile.
Absolutely.
Oh,
What did we crawl? 200 yards? in this?
300.
I am wet.
I'm going to step it off.
From here to my ankles. I'm telling you, I am soaking wet. All right, well, let's go over here and take a look at him. Boy,
Wow, Tony, look at that monster.
he's a big one, isn't he?
Oh, look at that. Back scratchers. Looks like he's got a fairly big shovel. Wow,
Has he got a double shovel?
that's an impressive animal. He's got a double point there.
Yep.
This is good for points. Wow, that's a nice animal.
Lance, thanks, buddy.
You're welcome, Tony.
Man, I tell you what, this was a great hunt. I've been hunting a long time, but I don't think I've ever worked harder for an animal than I did for this one, and I got you to thank for it. Tell me about the animal. What do you think?
Well, Tony, it's a very nice animal. He's got very long beams, and he's very wide. As you can see, he's got a lot of stuff happening up top there, and he's got some back scratchers, and the beds reach out nice and long. He's got a fairly big shovel, and he's got another point that's coming out here, so he's a very nice animal.
Folks, if you're looking for a great place to hunt caribou, you need to give the folks at Webber Lodge a call. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed the first part of our trip to hunt caribou in Manitoba. Be sure and join us next week when Keith and I will try to fill our second tags at Webber Lodge. We'll see you next week.